Hi there, Sultan. How are you?
I'm great.
Uh, Good, good.
And you?
Welcome. I'm good, thank you. It's great meeting you. My name is Professor Lee. I'm from South Africa. All right, so I'm going to just send you a link. It's actually a link to my own website that I use to teach on Cambly because of the fact that the questions are very easy. So we're going to start off with the most common topic of all, hobbies. All right,
Mhm.
so my first question to you is what are your hobbies and why?
So I like to read motivational books. Uh, Mostly I do the same because I cannot play cricket over here. It was something I used to do in Pakistan, but here I don't have friends, and that's why I cannot play. But I do read books, and I like to read motivational books. And sometimes I also watch movies in my spare time. So this is what I do.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, so tell me, what makes these types of hobbies special for you?
So motivational books, I think from reading motivational books you can get a lot of knowledge, and it actually increases your horizon and expand your knowledge. Secondly, you can apply that knowledge to yourself in order to develop your personality, and it basically uh, improves your lifestyle.
Of course, it does. Okay, great. And then coming to my next question that I want to ask you, and that is, in your opinion, um, how often do you get to do your hobby? I mean, with such a busy schedule as being a teacher and marking, and
Mhm.
obviously working with students, um,
Mhm.
how how often do you get to do your hobby?
So to be very honest, these days I don't get enough time to read books. I do have like Amazon Kindle reader,
Yes.
but I don't get too much time to read. Maybe like once a week I read
Okay.
books. Mhm.
Fantastic. Okay, so coming to my next question, how long have you been doing this and how did you get started?
I have been reading motivational books for the last like 3 years. What was your second question? I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay, so the second basically is one question with two. So basically, how long have you been doing these hobbies and how did you get started?
I must say that I used to read, and I used to read newspapers. At that time, I didn't like reading books, but someone convinced me from my social circle that you should also start reading books. It will definitely help you to become a good speaker of English, and it will improve your English. Secondly, you will have a lot of knowledge. So that is how I started reading books. But and like I don't regret starting it, because I think I have learned a lot of things which I couldn't learn from different like sources.
Yes, yes, of course. All right, well said. So, coming to my next question, what hobbies did you used to have other than the cricket? Because I know that cricket is a very big sport in your country as well as mine, South Africa. I know our
Right.
countries always have good matches, and some of the best cricketers in the world come from your country as well. So, coming to the next question, what other hobbies did you used to have but no longer do?
Good question. I need to think about it because actually I'm a forgetful person. So I need to
Not to
think what
worry.
other hobbies I had. I think I used to spend too much time on like watching movies, Hollywood movies, because uh, I wanted to improve my English at that time. So these days I do watch, but I don't spend too much time on movies.
Yes.
Like maybe once a month I watch a movie, but at that time I was like I was regular. and I used to watch so many movies.
That's good. Well, at least it helps, especially if you're watching English movies and you're watching them with subtitles. It really does help because I do believe that reading is the best policy when it comes to something like this. So,
Mhm.
yes, well said. Especially miniseries. I know I adore miniseries. So, yes, it's a lot of help. That's how I'm learning. I'm also busy learning another language, which
Right.
is Portuguese. It's
Ah,
very difficult
interesting.
because my wife is Portuguese, so I want to learn.
Right.
But personally, I
Mhm.
speak six languages, so it's very interesting. Okay, coming to the next question that I want to ask. So I'm going to change the topic somewhat.
Mhm.
But before
Sure.
I do, tell me, in your opinion, do you think that it is important for people to have hobbies? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think that it is very important to have hobbies, like good hobbies, not bad ones.
Yes,
And secondly, because you can engage yourself in something productive rather than wasting your time in doing something good for nothing. So that is why I think that hobbies are good and we should have hobbies.
yes, that's true. We all should have hobbies, I think, for that one reason as well. Okay, excellent. Okay, so coming to the next topic that I'm going to be talking about, and that
Mhm.
is time. Now, before we continue to the next hobby, I must say that you've got a very good lexical resource, meaning your vocabulary range is very good. I
Thank
do
you.
see that. It's a pleasure. I do see that because basically you're almost an advanced person level of speaking. I do
Mhm.
notice that there are some parts of grammar that okay because it's naturally not a natural thing to do in other languages, which is articles obviously.
Right.
Sometimes, but then you correct yourself, which I did notice. And
Mhm.
as you see, my method of correcting would be to write the corrected version in the chat as well.
Mhm.
All right, the next topic we're going to talk about is time, because as you know, time flies, and when we
Right.
think we are doing something, we look again, and it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon or 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's nearly time to stop. So tell me, how much free time in your busy schedule do you have?
So when schools are open, I get very little time. Uh, but I always want to do something creative, something productive, something fruitful. And even if sometimes if I like spend time in watching movies, afterwards I regret that, or not, especially movies. If I just spend a lot of time on YouTube videos or Facebook videos. So afterwards, I regret that why did I do do that? I shouldn't have wasted or squandered my time there. I should have done something else instead of wasting time over here. So
I think we all feel that way, but you know what? Sometimes it's good just to take time out and just relax. I think it is good at sometimes. But yes, yes, of course. Okay, so coming to the next question, and that is how important is time to you?
yeah, it's very important, and we have heard it so many times that time is precious, time is valuable. So I think, and especially when it is spent, then you cannot get it back. So
Yes,
I
once
think we should,
it's gone for good.
yes. So we should spend our time very like carefully and vigilantly.
Yes, yes, of course. All right. Yes, it's something that which brings me to the next question, and that is if you had more free time, what would you do with this free time?
So if I had free time, I would like to read books and learn something new, some new skills or anything which can help me improve my personality or my overall lifestyle.
Yes, yes, of course. Coming to the next question, which is basically very similar to the second question of how important time is to you. Now, this one, you said something earlier that time is valuable, which I agree with. Now, the next
Mhm.
statement is time is money. Now, do you agree
Mhm.
with this statement or not, and why?
Yeah, and especially these days, people like earning money nowadays is like maybe I personally think is not very easy because there is a lot of competition, and these days, because of COVID-19, people are getting unemployed, they are losing their jobs. So if you just see or observe in this period, so time is really money, and if we spend it in a proper way, so we can do a lot with our lives. We can like improve our lifestyle, we can learn something good.
Yes, yes. Well, we should rather say time is valuable because obviously, yes, time can be money, because we make money if we use our time effectively or efficiently. But at the
In the
same
right
time,
way.
once in the right way, exactly. Because if you think about it, if you use time incorrectly, once it's gone, you can't get that back. It's the only thing that's
Exactly.
invaluable because you can't get it back. And once it's gone, you can't buy time. That's the problem.
Right. Right.
But in any case, coming to the next question, how do you feel when time is wasted? What does this make you feel like?
So, I have this feeling and I regret, I have a remorse. Why did I waste my time in my past? Because I personally feel that I have wasted a lot of my time in my past. So, I feel embarrassed, I feel sad, and I don't feel good about it. So, whenever
Okay.
I do it, even now, even for like half an hour or 1 hour, I have like this guilt in my heart that I shouldn't have done it.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. All right, coming to the next question. Uh, we're going to talk about the next topic, which would be about sleeping. And
Mhm.
it's a very interesting topic. So, my first question to you is how much sleep do you usually get?
So I get like 8 hours sleep a day. I try to like go to bed early and wake up early in the morning. But
Yes.
sometimes I cannot do it because of different things I have to do.
Of course, our general day-to-day activities, and yes, yes, of course, it's one of those things. All right, so coming to the next question. Now, when we sleep, many people sleep well, but
Mhm.
others, some of them don't sleep well. What is the
Mhm.
reason behind this?
Maybe they have some health issues.
Could
But
be.
yeah, but for me, I sleep well. Whenever I sleep, I am like really sleeping.
Well, that's good. If you feel that you got a good sleep pattern, but it also can be, as you know, stress related. I think stress is
Mhm.
a huge problem. I think these days the world
Yes.
over, when it
Mhm.
does come to people and how they sleep. So I think this
Exactly.
is the biggest problem that we are facing currently is stress and poor diet. I think, and that would
Poor
also
diet.
cause a lot.
Diet.
Yes, yes, you were saying.
I was gonna say that I would like to add one more thing, that is mobile phones, and which like most people do not use mobile phones in a good way, in a right way. That's why we keep watching different things on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and it actually consume our time, and we do not realize that sometimes we have spent so many hours on it, and when we check time, that when then we realize, oh, it's too late now, it's time to sleep.
Of course, of course. No, that's true. All right, coming to the next question that I want to ask you, and
Mhm.
that is, when you do have trouble sleeping, what remedy would
Mhm.
you use? What would you do to help the situation?
So I don't take medicines. I just try to sleep. I just put my cell phone aside, I don't use, because sometimes it happens that people, when they cannot sleep, they start using cell phones, and I think this like make the situation more worse, or it actually aggravates the situation. So I don't do this. I just keep my cell phone aside even if I cannot sleep.
Yes, yes. No, it does aggravate because of the blue light. They
Yeah.
say that people should avoid them when trying to sleep. So yes. Which brings me to the next question, and that is, what time do you usually go to sleep, and what time do you usually get up? And is it the same at the weekend?
So these days my time schedule is disturbed because of the school timing, because now I am going to school in the afternoon, not in the morning, but hopefully it will change from the next week. Nowadays I go to bed at like 11 at night and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, that's good.